Buying Sima Auntie plug.
Yes, that's right. Gotta give Thema Auntie her props. Or do we? Or do we?
Do we? I mean,
Do
we're gonna
we?
find out.
I
I
don't know.
mean,
Last week we definitely talked a lot about Thema Auntie. We had Maria on the show and we covered a lot of things, but only from the first 4 episodes. So now we're gonna do the last 4 episodes, and we have a special guest today. Welcome, Faizan. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Good, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm your standard Pakistani brown man living in America. I live in.
Perfect guy
Uh,
to bring in a podcast about matchmaking. I love it.
so I've
Perfect.
had a decent amount of experience with being, with my family. Like, oh, you should get married. You should get married. We have a girl for you. We have a girl for you. So I dodged that bullet for about a good decade, and then I found someone on my own, and then got married a couple of 2 years ago. So,
Nice.
uh,
Was it
yeah,
arranged? Was it matchmaking? Like how was what was
not
the
at
process?
all. It was COVID.
Oh, you were like, well, we're stuck together. Might as well be stuck together.
Pretty much. I was just sitting at home for 6 months. I'd not seen the sunlight or daylight or anything for that matter. And I matched with someone online and then decided to meet up. And then that was it. Like, that was it.
You met up during COVID? Ooh,
We
follow the
we had
rules.
what we did. We went through the proper CDC rules to make sure we were like, we had all the bases covered, that we were not in contact with anyone, and we were like fully taking care of ourselves. And if
Good,
we do
good.
meet, it's on, like we signed the waiver, like if you get COVID, it's on you. You're taking the responsibility for it. So it
Fair,
worked out pretty
fair.
great.
All right, cool. Glad to hear that. So I know your wife makes you watch this show, or do you watch it willingly?
Oh no, I literally before meeting her, I was like, you cannot pay me enough to watch reality TV. Like no. I'd rather read the most boring book out there. But the only reality TV I did like watching was, I know it's sad. It was growing up. It was the Real World. That was the
Mm.
best reality TV show. And then after that, Jersey Shore. Because you're from Jersey, you have to watch Jersey Shore.
If
Because
you're
it's
from
like
Jersey, you have to watch the Jersey
watch Jersey.
Shore, even
That makes
though
sense.
none of the
Yeah,
people from the Jersey Shore were actually from the Jersey Shore. They're all from like
exactly.
Staten Island,
Yeah.
which I'm still Staten Island and Poughkeepsie, and I feel like they gave us a bad rep, but whatever. It is what
Isn't
it is.
Staten Island part of Jersey
Yeah,
after
right. It's
all?
actually
Oh
part of New
God,
York.
dude, hell no. Are you? That's not. You can't say that. Like, no way.
No
I'm gonna get
No
way.
hate from
way.
everybody for that comment. I love it.
Oh
No,
my God.
no. All right. So we left off, and it was basically Priya and met the Indian Aquaman with the top. She was really really happy.
Vim.
Uh, yeah, Vim, Ashay, and Viral were going strong. They were talking to the jeweler in India. Lots of stuff was happening. So but now we got introduced to a couple which I feel like we had no business getting introduced to. We got introduced to Sheetal and her man Niraj, I believe. And
Hmm.
this was a couple which I thought was a little sus. I mean, who knows? We don't know, but it was strange. She was on the show and she dated 2 guys. They didn't work. And then she magically found somebody on her own. And we're still following their story. So it's weird to watch a show about Indian matchmaking. And the show constantly reminds us that Indian matchmaking doesn't work. Seema Auntie doesn't work. And then girls just go and find men on their own and happen to, just get engaged or married or whatever not without needing Seema Auntie. It's a little weird. It's a little suspicious. Jazz, what are your thoughts?
I completely buy the theory that Sheetal and Niraj were dating before, and
Yeah.
then she went on the show just to become another influencer, and Niraj becoming like another influencer because they both are influencers, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
I think they did this for clout and clout only. Um, like it just felt so unnatural for a show called Indian Matchmaking for something like this to happen.
Also, I discovered some news. This isn't the first reality show Sheetal's been on. She was on a show on Bravo before this.
What?
Yeah, it was she dressed up as a man or something. They like changed up her stuff and she had to go through like, experiences as a man and compare it to how it was as a girl. So she's been on Bravo before. Now she's on Netflix. She has been doing this influencing thing for a while. But like, no hate, get that bag. I have no hate to these people who are here to get clout, get influencer. You know what? But all I'm saying is, it takes away from the authenticity of the show and the enjoyment of the show, because I really don't care about their story. I care about the story of the couple that actually got Indian matchmake, right?
Right.
That's who I care about. Whether it's successful or whether it's a complete failure, that's the story I'm invested in. If I wanted to see two good-looking people in a happy, committed, marriage, I would just watch like anything else on television. I want to see real, authentic couples. Like they don't seem super interesting. I don't know. Faison, what are your thoughts about Sheetal and her man?
Well, I go with Maz's, like he said, like I didn't even think of that before. And my wife was like, she's like, it makes sense that they were dating before. They just got on the show to be on the show. I'm like, it kind of makes sense, because like she was not interested in those two guys. Like even though like they seem like decent guys and everything, it would have been a good match. And like she was so gung ho about like it has to be a Cindy guy, it has to this, has to be this, has to be that. And then Simanti magically brings you two guys that kind of match a description, and she's like, yeah, nope. And then next thing you know, like she's dating some total opposite guy that she wanted, and then they get engaged at the end of this. I'm like, whoa. So yeah, you're right about all of that. Like,
Oh wait, are you talking about Sheetal or are you talking about the other girl? I believe her name
Arti.
was
Oh, I'm sorry, I got them mixed
Arti.
up.
Which
Yeah.
which is ironic, because I feel the exact same way about Arti that I do about Sheetal. I think they're both have the same storyline,
Oh my
because
god, I totally
because
messed
you're
them
right.
up. I don't know.
Because you're right though. Because Arti had this whole long list of things she wanted in a guy, and then when she found a guy on her own, she threw that all out the window. Like she got a Pakistani Muslim compared to like a Hindu Sindhi guy, right? So I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty interesting. So we'll get to that one too. But yeah, I think all the people who are finding love on the show that are women that don't use Seema Auntie, I don't know. Maybe they already met these guys before. Maybe they already knew them. I don't know. It's a little sus, man. It's a little sus, is all I'm saying.
Artie's story, though, like, should we just get into that one now that we just
Let's
brought
get
up?
it. Let's just get it. Let's go.
Yeah, so, God, like, I'm not sure how I feel about her.
Yeah.
Simply because she did say multiple times in the show that, she ultimately met this man independently, right? But a lot of what she was going through, Seema Auntie helped her process. And it was also on her Insta. I mean, I know.
Sheetal said the same thing. She was in the car saying, Auntie, I could have never done this without you. And I kind of think they are told to say that so we can have an excuse to keep them on the show.
Fair.
Because then you're like, what's the point of it? Then you're like, no. But Seema Auntie, inspired you. And I don't buy that. I don't buy
Yeah, but
that.
isn't Sheetal from season 2 though? She's from the
Yeah,
prior
Sheetal.
season, no?
She was from
Yeah.
season 2, and they showed her
Yeah.
again in
Yeah.
this season
So-
also.
So I think they showed her progress, right? Like this is what she
Yeah,
was
the
before,
progress.
and now she's with the guy, and then she's moved
with
to
the guy,
Miami.
and the
She moved
guy
to
meets her
Miami.
parents. Yeah, and they meet to Miami.
She moved to
Yeah.
Miami. That's right. Yeah, I mean, I kind of remember her, and I think they were right. They seemed very right for each other. Like,
Oh
they
yeah, I
found,
have
like,
no,
yeah,
I have no problem
yeah.
with them as a couple. For entertainment, for like
Yeah.
the authenticity of the show, for it to make me feel real, and for not to make me feel like, oh, this is fake. Like, that's what takes me out a little bit. It takes me
Yeah.
out their relationship.
I'm
They're-
with you with that.
I have nothing but good things to say about their relationship. They are two
Yeah.
beautiful people. They are both two very distinguished people, and they have a great careers, and they have everything going for them. No hate to them whatsoever. But it just takes me out of the show when I see this couple, because I don't feel like they represent what the show represents.
Yeah.
Either that, or they should just change the name of the show and just say Indians doing shit. I don't know.
Indians going on dates.
Yeah, it's really, that's all what it was.
Live Dill Mill.
Yeah, live Dill Mill, right?
Yeah. No,
So-
but going back to what you said and Ma said, I did not know that they were influencers and like all of that stuff. So it makes sense. Like they're on there for clout. It's perfect sense. That's like they're like, like, hey, let's be on a show so more people can see us and follow us. So like,
yeah,
in today's day and age, anything to get clout. That's what it is. So like, if you're an influencer, you're living the lifestyle. And yeah, you're gonna find a way to get on TV, and then find a way to get an audience.
It makes sense. Also, they're from Miami, which is like the hub. It's like the
But
mecca of like influencer.
she's from Jersey though. Doesn't she
Shito
live in
is.
Jersey?
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
from Jersey,
Shito lives
but she
in
moved to Miami. Yeah.
and Arthi also lives in Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna hit on Miami. Let's go. I'm in.
I think we all need to go to Miami. I feel like everyone's getting success in Miami, so let's go there.
Miami's a fun place.
Yeah. I'm surprised these girls are getting engaged because Miami's also a F-boy like paradise. That's where all the F-boys go. So I guess F-boys got to get tired sometime.
Yeah. You gotta settle down, no?
Yeah. When she met Jamal, the first thing I thought was, "Oh, that's an F-boy." Like, he's
I thought they
big,
were perfect for each other. They were like the perfect. They were
he's
like,
got
yep.
the big muscle, the Drake haircut, and I was like, "Yo, that's it." And then she was like, "Oh, his name is Jamal, and he's Pakistani, and he's Muslim." I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna be interesting." Though,
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's very practicing, so I think they're okay.
And at the end, they forgot to mention a very important, I guess, tidbit or a piece of information that her sister was actually married to a Pakistani guy, to a Muslim guy.
That came
So,
out
like,
of nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah, and the family's already gone through this process before, and I'm like, well, could have mentioned that earlier, just like in the beginning to Seamonti. Could have been like, well, let me find you there's 20 other dudes that you can marry, but no, you only want a Sindhi guy, so here's 2 Sindhi guys I found,
Yeah, and then I know in the middle of the what was it like the 7th or 8th episode where they're like, "Oh, he's Pakistani. My parents are gonna be so pissed about this." Blah blah blah. And then at the end, she's like, "Oh, my sister's married to one." I'm like, "Oh, god damn it, this is all fake." Like,
Right. And like, if her parents were really upset about this, why not show us that? That would be good drama. I would have loved to see her mom's reaction to her bringing a Pakistani guy.
Yeah,
We didn't
she
get
got
any of that.
engaged. She said to marrying him, and the guy has never met her family. I'm like, hold on, time out. Like, this is going against everything you said. Like,
This show is going off the rails, man. Like the first season, as problematic as it was, it felt authentic. And I feel like now what they're doing is they're dusting. What are they called when you put something under the rug? Sweeping stuff under the rug.
yeah, sweeping under the rug.
They're sweeping all the colorism and all the stuff that they do under the rug, pretending like it doesn't exist, and now just like showing off like this beautiful part of our cultures and weddings and stuff like that. And none of it is real. It's really weird to me. I don't know the show, and it's not even entertaining. The reason the show isn't entertaining is because it doesn't feel real, and a lot of it is because Sheethal's story doesn't feel real, Arthi's story doesn't feel real, and that's just it.
I mean, we can get into a few others too. So
well, isn't that the irony of reality TV? It's not real.
well, here's the twist. All right, so I've been following reality shows for a long time. So the twist and the skill that is involved in reality TV is to not be scripted, but to be produced. Right. So when you're producing something, even though you're making it happen, the reactions are authentic, right? If you watch reality TV, all the winners are already picked from episode 1, like on The Bachelor, right? But there are things that happen, interactions that happen that make things happen that are real. So when a girl gets into a fight with another girl, a lot of that is real. They usually don't like each other, or they are playing up a little bit, but it's still an authentic reaction, right? So like, say like me and Jazz are pretending to hate each other. Jazz might say something that may actually hurt my feelings, and then I'm going to react like I'm really hurt, and it becomes real. So there's like a fine line between like reality TV being real and being fake. So you got to do that, and this just doesn't feel real to me, to be honest. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I'm with you on that. Like this whole season was boring. The most exciting part about the season for me was Priya and Bobby's date. I thought that was the only authentic one here. The rest,
Bobby is
God, I
real.
hate this.
Bobby's a real one. That
I'm
guy's a
actually
real
sad
one.
they didn't show more of him in these last few episodes. Like, what happened to Bobby?
All 5'4" of him is real as hell. we love that. We love a short king. Oh man. So like, and speaking of Bobby, his date Priya goes out with Vim. Even Vim, she decides she doesn't like anymore for no reason. Like, I didn't understand that. Like,
Well, yeah,
what
man.
happened
Like,
there?
once
She
a
didn't
guy
like
likes
him
you so
because he
much,
liked her too much. I was
yeah,
like,
time
isn't
to
that
end it
what's supposed
then.
to happen?
I thought that was so strange. She was like, he likes me too much. I need like she's self-sabotaging for no reason.
Yeah.
Mm. You want to get into therapy talk?
Well, here's the thing. There's two things. There's actual therapy talk, but then there's the cynical part of me saying she really likes Vim, and they needed to create a fake story to give us a little danger into they might not work out. So she comes up with this story about how he likes him too much and she is freaking out, and then she makes him meet her friends, and he's so like warm and like, you know, charismatic with her friends that she likes him again. Like, I feel like that was the story they were pushing. I think it was just like very clumsily handled. Clumsily a word?
Clumsily's a word, yeah.
Clumsily word,
Clumsily
yeah.
handled. What do you guys think?
Fizan, go ahead, man.
I mean, want to agree with you, but I really do feel that she was self-sabotaging. Like, she really like, oh my God, this guy really likes me a lot. So I'm out because what if it doesn't work out and all that? You know, like, I mean, all of us have been in the dating
Mhm.
pool before. We've dated. We know how that works out. Like,
Still in.
you like someone a lot, or they like you a lot, and then you're worried, like, oh my God, what if this is so good right now? What if it doesn't work out? I'm gonna hurt my feelings. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna leave right now before I end up getting hurt. So I really felt like she was doing that because just she was
Yeah.
like, nah, yeah,
And that's why I mentioned the therapy talk part. Like, she
yeah,
probably needs some therapy from her past pain. Like, uh, she may not have been ready for an actual relationship right now, and that's what she's going through. And because of that, I think she did pull back. However, maybe it was produced, maybe it wasn't, but
It could be a
Yeah.
combination of the two. Cause
it could be, right. That's what I'm getting at.
Right?
Like, it's a combination. And I think I'm very happy, like, they kind of, like, pulled it back. And Vim was just very on point. Like, I really like Vim, and I'm happy if he found, you know, happiness.
Vim's
she
doing
found
a
a guy
great
with
job.
hair.
Yeah.
She's got a guy with hair, right? Yeah. Also a guy with a top knot, which is so specific. Like, I don't know any dudes with a top knot, and she just happens to find a guy with a top knot. Like, that was crazy. Like, what are the odds? Like, it's one thing to find a guy with long hair, but a guy with an actual top knot. I actually never heard of a top knot. Maybe it's a thing in the British, in the
Yeah, we call
UK.
it a man bun. Is that what it is? It's the same thing as a man
No,
bun.
man bun is a little different than a top knot. Like, top knot is like a
Uh,
knot. It's smaller. A man bun is like bigger.
uh, yeah, I don't have hair, so I can't relate.
That's the real reason you got married. You were losing your hair.
I lost hair in my 20s, so
Oh, R.I.P.
yeah, RIP. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
I don't know
happy that
about
someone liked me without hair, so I was like, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah. The top knot thing was very specific. I mean, if people have the requirements, more power to them. But you know, like, Priya just does not feel like she was ready, and I think she had these insane list of requirements just because she didn't think she could find anybody like that. But then Simonti actually magically did find somebody like that.
Yeah.
So kudos to Simonti for that one. But
Yeah.
you know, if it doesn't work out, I wouldn't be surprised because I think Priya's just not ready to be in a committed relationship right now.
Yeah. I did feel like she was warming up to it after her friends liked him. I feel like when
Yes.
your friends like a guy, it definitely like distills a lot of that nervous energy that you have.
I agree, and I think, you know, if Vim is gonna be fine, like, no doubt about it. Priya's the only one I'm actually kind of concerned about here.
Yeah, I think I agree with Maz on that one. Like that, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, all right. What do you guys think about Arti and her Costco date?
I think it's kind of cute. I mean, like the cheesy part of me, like it's not your conventional. Let's go to dinner. Let's go to the bar. Or like, you know, your typical whatever dates.
Yeah.
It's just like a one random thing that you may like doing, and you ask someone to come with you, and it's it's a first date. If it works out, works out. If it doesn't, oh well, you never see the person again. So
I've
it's
definitely gone on dates where I were just running errands, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, sure, you know, we'll just run errands and I'll help you out and we'll just joke around and have a good time. I think that's fine. I'm surprised they didn't show us the date though. Like, why not
Yeah.
show us the date? Like, take us to
Yeah.
Costco with you. Let us get that, you know. Also, shout out to her for buying him that pizza slice and Coke. Like,
That $1.50, man.
$1.50.
Yo, love that Costco pizza slice. You know that price has never gone up, even with inflation. They've never raised the price on the pizza and the hot dog at Costco.
Yeah, I think the CEO was like, "Hey, or the CFO was like, we got to raise the price," and CEO was like, "Fuck you! If you ever do that, you're fired." Like,
Yeah.
like it was really funny. Like that. I'm not cursing for the sake of cursing here. Those are his actual words for it when anybody suggested to raise the price for the
Yeah.
Costco pizza. Like,
And it's a
that's
great
fact.
marketing ploy. So like they don't
Yeah.
they don't change it for purpose. So more people come in and they don't care about losing money on pizza and Coke. They're gonna spend like thousands of dollars buying everything else in the store.
Yeah.
Correct. It's called a
So,
loss
like,
leader. Like even their
yeah.
rotisserie chicken, apparently it's like really good and people love it. So they'll put the chicken all the way in the back of Costco. So then
Yeah.
people start buying everything along the way, even
Yeah.
though the chicken is technically losing Costco money.
Yeah.
And I
Okay,
believe
that
the
makes a lot of
pizza and the
sense.
Pepsi is the same thing. Yeah.
That's so funny.
They're called loss leaders. In fact, most of the cheap items in a store are toward the back, so you
Yeah.
end up buying stuff in the front.
It's the same thing with all like sales. Like if you go to any store, all the sale items are always in the back. You'll never see a sale rack in the beginning of the store because then you'll just buy that and leave. No,
All
they
right.
make you go to the whole store.
This is turning into a marketing what you call it episode. We don't need to get into that. We don't need to get into that. All right.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm upset they didn't show the date, and I think because like, yes, she met Jamal outside of Sima Auntie, right? And that's fine. But like, why show their story on Indian matchmaking then? Like,
Right.
back to the first point. Like, this is dumb. I want to see Indian matchmaking made by Sima Auntie. I don't want to see like just independent days. Like that defeats the whole purpose of the show. And it tracks that they didn't show it because obviously it wasn't part of the show.
Yeah. It was
I think-
really weird.
I think the theory behind that, from what I felt, was like how you don't see my aunties about all about. Well, you're not gonna get 100%. You're gonna get 70% or 60%. Like she's always excelling you on you can't get 100%. You're only gonna get this. You're only gonna get this. So the point of that to show was like, no, you can get what you want. Like if you really like at the end of the day, like this is what I want and I'm gonna go get it. So I think that's how I felt with that, was like to show that whole story was like Artie was like, well, you gave me two guys that were like, well, 70-80%. Here I found a guy that's 100% that I wanted, minus the whole Cindy part, whatever. But like that's the way,
It probably was
that's
70-80 realistically, let's be honest.
yeah.
True.
But like I think her thing was to show like Simonti at the end, like when you could see like when she called Simonti at the end when they got engaged, like Simonti was not clearly fully happy. Like she was like, whatever, I didn't do this, you did this on your own, so like why are you calling me to rub it in my face,
I felt that too. Sima
Yeah,
Auntie did not
got-
feel happy. You're
Sima
right.
Auntie was giving Nazar out through the phone.
So like I was like, yep. So I think that was, I don't know, maybe. But then again, the show is about Simonti and Indian matchmaking. Yeah, why would you show that?
Yeah.
So in that aspect, I get it. But in the other aspect, I think it was to show like, well, you can have what you want, and that's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Follow-
I guess Netflix
yeah.
is trying to be, fairy godmother here. Whatever.
Yeah. So, like, one of our friends actually did some research, and she found out one of the producers for Indian matchmaking made another documentary, and that documentary was actually about Sima Auntie and her daughter and all the
Yeah.
stuff that she went through. So that's how they found her. So it's really, really interesting.
Yeah, it was her daughter Ritu, and
Yeah.
it was a documentary about three women trying to find love. And Sima Auntie was upset that she wasn't married by 25, and she was career focused. And it's interesting seeing how much she's changed from that documentary to what we see now on Indian matchmaking.
Right.
Sima Auntie's grown a bit too, actually.
Yeah, Sima Auntie's grown a bit, and then we see her like
I know, shocking, right?
yeah, she was worse. She was probably way worse. And you see her daughter's husband in this documentary too, and he's also like, "Yeah, I don't want to get married. I'm 25. I don't want to get married." And then in this, he talks about how his friends are all 30 and they're not married and they don't want to be married, and he's kind of almost feels like he regrets getting married. It was kind of weird vibe. If you watch the documentary and you watch this, it's very, very interesting.
Yeah, but her daughter and her husband are still married and they're happy now. So
Yeah.
more power to them.
It is what it is.
Mhm.
Well, all right. All right. So what else happened? Oh, she went to the face reader. I really don't buy any of the face reader stuff. Like, not that I'm not trying to diss on anyone's religion. If you believe in it, that's fine. The one on the show in particular feels shady to me. Like, that one in particular feels mad shady.
I think I agree because like it felt like he was forced, like the lines were fed to him,
Yes.
and then he was saying it, like because like when what was it? I can't remember which couple it was, but she was like, oh yeah, this girl is this, and this, and this guy that she went on a date with, it's like, oh yeah, this guy's gonna do this, and this, and I'm like, you nailed that perfectly. That's immediately a red flag for me because it was way too perfect.
Yep. He already knew that she was divorced and this and that. Like, I was like, because usually when they do it, they give you like, they have a little wiggle room in their whatever they're saying. This guy was so direct and so like on point where you're like, that's so specific. Someone fed that line to you.
Or maybe he is just that good. Who knows?
Maybe. I don't know.
That'd be amazing, right?
Well, we gotta go talk to the uncle, man. We gotta get like some first-hand experience now.
Yeah.
I'll show him my picture. What can you tell me, man?
Oh man. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Viral and Ashe.
Okay, so let's talk about Viral and Ashe. I'm hearing last episode we talked about how much we love them. We love them. They're the only authentic couple. They meet their families, and it was really cute. It was really good that they met their families, and like her family was really nice to him, and his family was really nice to her. Everything seems to be going perfect. Everything on the show seems great, but then, Jazz, should we talk about what we've heard, the rumors?
I mean, if people want to go on Reddit, because last episode at the very end, I was trying to look up if they actually bought the jewelry, like, you know, whatnot. And then we found some other things in that comment thread, and I was just shocked.
Let's not talk about what actually happens. But
I want to know now.
We do know that Ashe isn't as great of a guy as he pretends to be on the show. People have come out and said a lot of things about him, allegedly, where he is.
I have two sources on this, and both of them, their stories corroborate.
Oh man, I really want to. You know what? Let's save it for the end, so the people who don't want it spoiled can turn it off, and then we'll tell you at the very, very end.
All right, so let's get back to Indian matchmaking. We'll go through all of it, and then
we'll go
talk
through
about the rumors. Yeah.
But so far on the show, him and his girl, very cute. And the reason I'm so like captivated by the story, it's authentic to the story, right?
Yeah.
Even though he may not be an authentic person, the stuff they're going through, we got to see the entire journey. We saw them get together. We saw them have like a little bit of conflict, and we see them going on. We followed them throughout the entire journey, and because of that, it feels really real. We didn't see how Sheetal and Niraj got together. We didn't see how Aarti and Jamal got together, but we did see them, and that's why their story seems more authentic to us as the viewer. What are your thoughts about them so far on the show, Jazz?
I've loved Viral since season 2, man. Like, the moment like she came on the show, and people were like, a lot of people didn't like her initially, right? I was like, no, y'all are all wrong. This girl's amazing. She is a queen. Y'all just watch, just keep watching. She's gonna have the best story ever, and we got there. Like, she truly is the perfect person for this show. I'm very happy for her story, and I wish her nothing but endless happiness and love. Like, she's just perfect.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Faison? What are your thoughts about them?
A good story, and like it followed through. Like, you show the whole progression of how they met, they dated, and they picked it up in this season. And like this show, like it's like from start to finish. Like, when you meet, you like each other, you have a long distance thing, you go back and forth, and you go meet your parents, and you buy jewelry. So like it fits the whole concept of the show. Like, it literally does. Like, if you were to pick one story out of the show to represent the show, it would be that story. So in that sense, it works out great, and I hope everything works out for them because they seem like a good couple. They like each other and they get along, and
All right. So I just want to talk about one more couple. Well, we already talked about them, but I want to.
You want to talk about Rashali again?
Oh my God! Did they show Rashali again? I don't know what she's.
I think they did show her for a few more, and God, I don't know what it is, man. I just get bad vibes.
I get good vibes, way good vibes.
I don't know. I feel like she's just acting here.
Listen. She is. you know what? I don't care if she's acting. I don't care. I just like seeing her face. I don't care. She's the
All right,
only
fine.
person. She's the only person I don't mind acting on this show. At least her acting is good.
All right, you know what? Fine, I'll give you that.
I don't care if she's the fakest person on the show. She is fake and delightful.
Okay, fine. What about Prakash? Because I know he went on a couple of other dates and. Or
Yeah.
Vikash, my bad. I said Prakash. I meant Vikash.
Who?
The 40-year-old doctor from California or wherever.
Oh yeah. He went on a date with Arthi, right?
No. It was
or
someone from
Junkie?
South Carolina.
I think her name was Junkie.
His first date, I think they were really good together. I don't know what, like,
We didn't talk about this guy last time, but he was the guy who said he wanted a girl who knows Hindi.
yeah.
Then when he found a girl who knows Hindi, he was like, "Well, I don't want a girl who knows Hindi and has an Hindi accent." And he was like, "She was too Indian for me," and it was just weird. Bro was just weird.
He was the king of entitlement, the way I saw it. Like,
Yeah.
so bad. That lawyer he met, I actually liked that lawyer. Like,
Oh
she
yeah.
was really cool. Like,
At the
She
end,
was-
his third date, yeah.
Yeah, she was mad chill. I think that was Junkie, and they like made really funny jokes. I think they made like a 9/11 joke at one point. I was just like, "Whoa."
you know what? I'm here for it.
That was crazy. She would just give him that energy back. Like she didn't care.
That's like what it should be. Like, I really thought she was charming. She was super successful. Like, she was funny. Like, if they ended up together, I think Vikash got super lucky because she deserved way better than him.
Yeah, you got lucky, man. All right. Also, going back to Jamal and Arti. So apparently, they were only together for 4 months and got engaged. That's bananas to me.
Really?
But didn't Artie say at the end they were together for a year
No,
when they got engaged?
No. So she was like, if you asked me a year ago where I would be,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, they got engaged after 4 months. But like a year ago, she wasn't sure. Like, she had no clue like any of this would ever happen.
Yeah.
That's what she's trying to say if you asked me a year ago, what would I say?
I mixed that up because I heard the
Yeah,
4
no.
months
It was
part
very
at the end.
unclear.
Yeah.
I was confused too. I had to look it up. That's not on you, man. That's on the way she said it.
All right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, Arthi and Jamal got engaged after 4 months.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh, I met Seema Auntie, and we went on this date on Friday. I got the app on Sunday. I matched with him on Tuesday, and we met on Thursday, and now we're in love."
It's like that. It's like the Craig David song from 7 Days.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Something smells fishy in their storyline too, man.
I think they
mean-
just wanted to be on TV. That's what it was.
Yeah, I got the same feeling. Like, it's just not authentic to me, man. Like, this feels so fake.
And
I
look,
just can't.
no hate to them. If I had the chance of like, hey, I started dating somebody and like I had a chance to be on a show with them and I knew I already liked them and I knew that we can have our own story be told online and have a production company pay for it and pay for our dates and film our lives and we could get clout from it, would I do it? Maybe. I don't know.
You're
but
horrible.
but it would have to be
Are you
authentic.
like trying to hint something? Is that what you're trying to do?
No. I would say it would have to be authentic. Like you have to like really be like in love with that person. And I don't know, maybe they are. Who knows?
I think they were perfect for each other. Like I really do hope that they end up together and like have a good life and everything.
Yeah, man.
I think they were a very good couple.
Also, we got to see some Pakistani representation on Indian
I
matchmaking.
know.
Who would have
Hell
thought?
yeah.
Who would have thought?
Yo, there were people on Reddit who were upset about this.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, this is Indian matchmaking. Why is there a Pakistani on here? Like,
Oh my god.
like
So-
Reddit. I mean, just keep being Reddit. Like, something's never changed. I'm like, yeah, okay. I kind of expected that. That tracks.
Listen. Also, Pakistan has Sindhis too, man. There's Sindhis in Pakistan.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, there's
technically,
Sindhis, there's Punjabis, there's
Yep.
yeah,
you got it, we got it too.
the 4
Alright.
provinces, right? We got Balochistan, Sindh, Punjab, and
Alright.
whatever. I mean, it's NWFP, but they changed that name, and I cannot remember what the new one is.
All right. Since we did brought up Reddit, let's go back. And this is a warning to everybody. If you do not want to know anything that's happening outside of the show, allegedly happening outside of the show, do not listen any further. Your
Yeah.
spoiler warning starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ba, 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 ba. All right.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Yo, so we have heard that Ushe is a jerk.
Oh,
He's not just a jerk. He's like bad. He's like trashy. He's sloppy. Oh man.
So like we know that like he like hung out with like a couple of friends of ours, and he definitely tried to like hit on one of the friends, and who is married and try to hit on them. And then, she obviously turned him down a little bit, and he was a little butthurt after that. And then the second time they met up, he pretended like he never met her before. He reintroduced himself like, oh, we haven't met before. She's like, pretty sure he tried to hit on me last time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Ushe is single. I kind of spoiled that at the end of the last one. Viral is not with Ushe anymore.
wow.
And Ushe is a douchebag.
Yeah, and there was another story that allegedly. We also heard another story. Somebody said they also knew him, and they were like, "Yeah, he sucks. Like they do not like him at all." So we're like, okay, all right.
I actually have another source that I was talking to today from Chicago. He went to a matchmaking event up in Chicago, sometime this month or last month or month before. Same story. People do not like him in real life. Yeah, all the girls are like, nope, just no. And yeah, it's bad.
Wow.
And like now I'm thinking back, like why did I like him so much? I liked him so much because Viral liked him so much. I think like her
Yes.
enthusiasm and her reaction to him is what made me like him.
That's what
Yeah,
it was.
but like,
Viral's
but I have
the
a
queen.
if you guys are saying all this about him, I'm sure it's true and all. What I want to know is that
Allegedly.
allegedly, sure. How come like she did not pick up on any of this? Like they were together for a minute, like they traveled. They went like they did a lot together.
So-
to them,
I see your point, but there was one point where I saw her look at the bracelet, and then she said that it was 27,000 or whatever, and he was like, "Yeah, you want it? You want it?" I saw fear in her eyes when he said that, and I thought it was because the price was too much, and she didn't want him to spend that much. But also, if you're gonna break up with somebody or it's not working out, you don't want someone spending money on you because they're gonna throw that back into your face and make you look bad.
Oh, that's what that was.
Because I thought
I just thought she was like, it's just too expensive. Like, wow, I can't believe he's gonna spend that much money on me.
no, because like she's like, yo, if we're not gonna make it, and the last thing I want is somebody saying, look how much he spent on you.
Damn. Viral's a real one.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm very biased toward her. Like,
we are Team Viral.
oh, always. Always. Like, but yeah, Ushe, not a good look, my guy.
Yo, what if you can get Viral and the 5'4" math teacher magician guy?
I think that would be a great couple.
They would be amazing.
I don't think she'd go for him.
Because of the height.
No, not the height. I think he's too energetic for her. She wants somebody a bit more chill,
Maybe
a bit more calm. It's not a bad thing. Like, it's just not a match that I think would work out.
He does have a lot of energy.
I felt bad for Bobby, but like I like the guy. He's a nice guy.
man,
He's a math
Bobby.
teacher. Like it's so cool.
It's so noble. Like, I truly
Yeah.
respect the guy. Just,
Exactly.
I feel bad for his situation. Like,
Do you think it's because brown people look down on teachers because of how much they make? You think that has something to
I
do with it?
I don't want to say no because being a brown person, I think. Do they look down on teachers? Like
I mean, we've all heard that it's always doctor, engineer, lawyer, right?
yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Anything outside of that is a failure. This is the trope or the stereotype, and I feel like teachers would, though if they very commendable and very respectable.
Yeah, I think it's a very respectable. Like, yeah,
it's not usually what people want when they're looking for suitors. I would say. I don't know.
I think that would be clearly for monetary purposes. Like everything else as a teacher or professor, I think it's a very like noble profession. And like
I do
telling someone,
too.
hey, I'm a teacher, I'm a professor, it's like, oh wow, that's so cool. Like, like you don't just it's you don't just become a teacher. Like that's not a profession
Yeah.
that you choose it because you want to do it. It's not like your
Right.
parents force you to become a doctor or a lawyer. No, like you actually want to go out and teach. Like
You have a
that's like
passion for it.
you have a
Yeah.
passion for it. So like
But like
like I
I do have friends that are teachers, and they told me like
yeah.
that's like one of their insecurities, that like people think that way in our community about teachers.
Yeah, but there's so many brown people in the world. Not everybody's a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. They all
Yeah,
get married. So it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, you kind of make it work, right? You just find a way. So
I think
it's
so too.
yeah,
I just hope that's not the reason, but yeah.
And no, Bobby's a big deal in the UK. Like he has like a show on on BBC. He's like he's a lot of things up there. He did not let on just how much of a big deal he really is.
Oh, he
yeah,
was being modest?
He was
yeah,
being
100%.
very modest, dude. Like
Really?
Bobby is a big fucking deal.
What? I didn't
And
know this.
oh yeah, no, like now that we're doing spoilers from Reddit and whatnot, like he is something really special. Let me look it up real quick. Like
I didn't know that.
everything he does, yeah. Like he has a
Yeah,
book
I saw
out. Like
that too.
he's
Like
an
a couple.
author.
Yeah,
Like yeah,
Oh, good for him.
yeah. He was very modest on this show.
I think this show is gonna help him. Like he's gonna like land someone like really nice. I think he will
I hope
like
so too. I hope so
yeah,
too.
because I think this they gave him like the exposure, and like it's gonna like I'm sure someone's out there like, oh my God, this guy's great because
Mm,
he's a nice guy, he's a teacher, and all of that. So
yeah.
I'm rooting for Bobby. I hope it works out for him.
I hope he can see it, because I would definitely want to have like an authentic, I want him
Yeah.
to have an authentic, relationship. Did you
Yeah.
find it, Jazz?
Not yet. No, we can keep
Okay.
talking.
I don't know.
Who
But yeah,
else? Oh, there's one couple we actually did, or one person we did not talk about,
who?
and I think she's actually one of the coolest people on the show. It's Pavneet.
Pavneet. Who is she? Remind me
She
again.
Oh,
came on
the Punjabi
in the last
girl.
2 episodes. Yeah, she was only in
Yeah,
the last 2 episodes.
Oh,
Uh,
yes.
the tall
she
girl.
The one who was
6 foot
6 feet
girl.
tall. She's the
Yeah,
only one where I was like, okay, I get it. You have every right to ask for a tall guy. She was the only one. The rest of them are like 5'2", asking for a 6 foot guy. Like, what are you trying to do? Start a basketball team?
Look, they just want to be held. They don't want to walk.
just carry them around.
Just carry them around like a backpack.
Man. Yeah, but she seemed very authentic, actually.
She did.
And I truly hope she finds what she's looking for. She seems really cool, really successful. The guy she went on a date with was like a movie maker, and
Yeah.
like it was weird that he didn't call back. I mean, he's like, "Oh, I lost your number." I kind of believe that,
No,
but
that's a
I've done
BS
that.
excuse.
I've done
That's
that.
a BS excuse.
No, I've
yeah,
done
see, that's
that.
where I'm
I've
conflicted because like I've done it, but I also have used it as a BS excuse.
Exactly.
I don't know where it is.
It's a fine line.
I'm not sure, but I truly do like Bhavneet. The guy, I think she's too good for him. Honestly, I truly believe she can do better. Just wish her nothing but the best.
So it's funny because we keep saying about all these girls that they can do better, but then we also say there's not a lot of good guys out there. So if they can do better, who are these better guys that don't exist?
They're all
Fine.
married.
It is what it is.
They're all married. That's what it is.
Okay, I did find everything for Bobby. He is featured in BBC Celebrity Hunted. He has a YouTube channel with his partner Saffron Barker, like not partner, but like like co-host. He's appeared in BBC's Pilgrimage, co-hosted Monkman and Siegel's Genius Guide to Britain, and co-hosted Monkman and Siegel's Genius Adventures. Like he's a big deal in Britain.
Damn, yo, he's too big to even be on our podcast. We gotta like,
I know, yeah. Like I thought we could get him. No,
no,
he's beyond us.
damn, yo,
Yeah, he's very modest. Like, good for Bobby.
damn, good for Bobby, man. Listen, I'm gonna get his number anyways, and if anybody wants to meet up with Bobby and kind of like our people in UK, if you're listening, Send us your bio data. We'll look it up. Salam Nerds is gonna turn into Rooster Bros.
We do have the domain for that. I do have the Instagram page. We could theoretically do it.
Look, man.
You should start seriously. I
We
mean, I
gotta
think
start it.
like
Listen, I think
Yeah.
like once we get like 10,000 people, like subscribers, we're just gonna match make all our subscribers. Because what's gonna happen is our subscribers are gonna end up in great couples, and they're gonna tell everybody else, and then we're gonna get more subscribers, and then they're gonna have kids, and they're gonna grow up to be our subscribers. So like,
and I think
You're
you
thinking
know
like
like
50 years in the future. I love this.
yo, man, I'm a businessman.
I think you know like half the East Coast anyways. Like they see like the they see generation pool like 30s and 40s. I think
Here's
you
the-
know them, but you
Not
know
only-
like half of them.
Not only do I know half of the Daisy pool, I know all the F boys, so I can make sure they don't get included.
Ladies.
We can filter them out.
Yo, there's an app, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's Hula or something, where the only way a guy can get on that is if a girl vouches for him, right?
Oh yeah, I heard about that app. Yeah.
We can end up doing the same thing, but like on the guy side, like we're gonna see if these guys
Yeah,
are-
but like as a guy, you could just like, you ask your like really good friend, yo, vouch for me so I can get on this, you know, like it's you can
Right,
find
that's
a
my
way
issue
around
with
it.
Hula is
Yeah,
that,
you can
you know,
just find a way around it. Like you
Right,
can ask
but
one of
with
your really
us,
good friends. Yeah.
we know, and like we're not gonna approve it because we know.
The only reason I haven't started this is because if I find somebody on it, I'm gonna get called for like setting it up to to like favor me. So I need to find somebody, and then I can work on it. I want to be altruist. I don't want it to like benefit me in any way. I want to. I want to be off the market when I start it.
I guess we gotta wait for Neebs then.
Because then I'm not gonna be biased. Because then all the hot ones, I'm gonna be like,
All right,
"Oh,
so we
how
gotta
about-
call
how
Team
about you just
Monty
talk
for
to me
Neebs then.
instead?"
You gotta call Team Monty for Neebs.
Yeah,
then, I guess.
that's why I was so confused. The Dill Mill guy was there. Because if I was him, I would just change the algorithm to just have them all go to me.
Damn, you're so bad. I'm like 90% convinced they all do it anyways. But like,
I'm sure they do.
it's still
Yeah.
like, it leaves a sour taste in my mouth ultimately. Like I don't like the idea of it, but whatever. It's their app. Who am I to say anything?
Listen,
Yeah.
you gotta do what you gotta do, man. It's hard out here.
Yeah.
It's really
One
not.
other spoiler I'm gonna give: Arthi and Jamal are still together.
Ooh.
Yeah, I figured that out. Yeah, so like they have a very subtle online Instagram presence, but like you could tell like
How ironic would it be that the only couple on Indian matchmaking that made it was an Indian Pakistani couple? Unity, brother,
I
unity.
mean, we still have Sheetal and her man. Like,
Yeah, but they're not engaged yet. Are they engaged?
I think they're engaged.
Are they? Oh, maybe they are engaged.
but I heard that they're not hold on, I don't want to ruin what I'm not gonna say.
No, you can ruin it. We're at the spoilers.
I heard they're not together either.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think my wife mentioned something yesterday. She was like something like that, like they're not together or something, or whatever.
Oh, damn. I don't know. No, I think I've seen them on their Instagram together recently. Are you checking, Jazz? Are you
Maybe.
checking?
I'm checking.
Maybe just a rumor then. I don't know. I mean,
Could be a
watch me
rumor.
Yeah,
start
I
the
mean, rumors are
rumor,
always
and they all
fine.
come after me.
Allegedly. That's why you gotta say allegedly, bro. You gotta say allegedly.
Allegedly,
It's like
I recant.
it's a get out of jail free card for saying
I
whatever shit you want to
recant
say.
my last statement. Allegedly, they're not together anymore.
They're together.
Yeah, they're
'Cause
together.
Off and on social media, the couple have shared countless adorable images with one another, and they go to festivals together. They're going on dates. They're doing new things together, cooking.
They're
dancing.
good. They're good.
They're
Good for
happy
them.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good
We
for
want
them.
them to
So-
make it. We want them to
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah, so that's what it is. If you want a successful relationship, right? One, you
Get
gotta
off
sign up for
social media.
Seamonty. Two, you gotta ignore Seamonty completely. Three, you gotta go do your own thing.
That's
Those
it.
are the 3 steps.
But I heard Simone charges a lot of money. She's not
10
cheap either.
grand.
No, it's
20.
more.
More?
It's 20,000
It's 20 to
just
just, like-
to get in her book. It's not even like
Exactly.
she'll come out and help you. That's like up to like 40, 50,000. It's 20,000 just to contract with her. And then
And the
if you
more
want,
you, it
yeah,
adds up. Like basically, how further your relationship progresses, those costs keep adding up.
mhm.
So by the time you get married, you probably potentially pay Simanji more than your actual wedding. So you know,
Damn.
Okay, it's not probably not that much, but it's like 50,000. So I mean, unless your wedding is like less than 50,000, then mashallah, good for you. And yes,
Yeah.
you did pay more. But like seeing the cost of weddings, like when my sister got married, like it was 6 figures. So like it can't be that high.
No, Desi weddings are like outrageous. So yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Man, that is bananas. Well, there's a lot of stuff that was uncovered on this episode, so I don't know what else you can say. But Faison, thank you so much for coming on the show. Do you have any final thoughts? You want people to find you, anything like that?
No, do not look for me. Do not come find me. I don't want. Please, everything I said here today was. I don't know. Hope I was okay. I didn't offend
You
anyone.
were fine, man.
I didn't mean
Like,
to.
If anything,
Yeah, and
Neve
if-
said more controversial things than you, so you're good.
Yeah, but
So if
I'm
I
an
did offend
idiot, so
some-
it's okay.
And if I did offend someone, I'm sorry. It was my first podcast. It was my first time being on anything social media related to begin with. Otherwise, I'm a ghost online,
It's all
which
good.
I like to.
We
you know,
appreciate you
get out
coming
my-
on last minute. I
Yeah.
know Maria unfortunately got really sick, so she couldn't make it. But no, we really
Maria, my
appreciate
wife,
you.
or someone else?
I didn't even know your wife named Maria. Maria was
Oh, wow.
a guest who was supposed to be on today's episode.
Oh,
She was
wow,
on the
okay.
last episode. We just want to keep it consistent, but yeah.
Yeah. But
And
thank
also
you so
shout out
much.
to all
man.
the Marias listening to the show, because I know
I
we have like
think-
5 of them.
And I
Apparently
literally
there's a lot
signed
of
up because of my
Marias.
wife. I signed up because of her, and at the end she's like, "Well, I can't do it. I'm not feeling well." I'm like, "Oh crap, I gotta go do this." All right,
There's
I'll
a
do
lot
it.
of Marias not feeling well today. That's that's weird.
Yeah.
We love you all, Marias.
All the Marias, big ups to you guys. And thank you everybody for listening. And until next time, guys, salam nerds.